We are here at Racing Electronics at the PRI show in Indianapolis, Indiana. Going to talk to another one of our Hoosier heroes, and this one here I am just fascinated by. A quad racer and does some of that racing on ice. Tyler Allen joins us. Hey man, how are you?
Good, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh man, it's great to catch up with you. Okay, so first and foremost, just big picture quad racing. Just tell us a little bit about what you do.
Right, so what we do is called TT racing. So pretty much what that is, it's a perfect mix of flat track racing and motocross. So think your standard dirt track, sprint car, midget track, and add a couple right-handers and some jumps into it, and even we'll do split lanes too, because sometimes the tracks get pretty one line, so we'll throw in split lanes where it gives you an option to go take another lane to get around a guy faster. So yeah, I mean, it's a really cool sport, very kind of under the radar, but I mean, we love it, and yeah, it's a really good time.
So how big is it? How many different events, courses, tracks, how big is the sport?
So our national series that we run, I think it was 9 rounds last year, and there's 1 or 2 double headers in it, so about 7 weekends out of the year. And we go all the way as far as North Carolina, all the way out to South Dakota. So pretty much anywhere in between there we go. And we travel all the time. We load up the truck in the trailer, and we all haul out as a family, and we do it up.
So how's it going? You having any success with it? You doing all right with it?
Yeah, pretty good. This is my second year running this new East series. It's more of an East Coast series. So this year we finished 5th overall in the pro class and was voted Most Improved Rider of the Year. So yeah, pretty cool. After 20 years, we're still getting Most Improved Rider award. So we're still making strides forward, which is cool. So
are these things pretty much stock quads, or how much modification do they have on them?
So pretty much the only thing left stock on them after we're done with them is about just the frame. So we have a rule pretty much you got to run all OEM chassis stuff, but I mean swing arm, A-arms, all that stuff is custom. And for our flat track stuff, we run a shorter swing arm, so just shorten up the wheelbase a little bit, and then the front end is a little bit wider just to make it more stable. So yeah, I mean tires and shocks are the name of the game pretty much, and everything else from there is just on the rider. So
imagine that, racing where tires and shocks are the name of the game. Boy, that is universal. That is for sure. Okay, I went on Google or YouTube or something, and I saw you doing stunts on your quad on ice. Just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so in the winter months, so we're from Madison, Wisconsin, so in the winter, obviously it gets really cold and can't do any dirt racing, so actually that's how I started out on the ice. We got a local series that runs in the southern Wisconsin that I started out running, and what better thing to do in the winter? Set up a set of tires and just go rip out on the lake, so keeps me in shape pretty much year-round that way. And recently we've started doing an indoor series where we race on hockey rinks around the country, so we get in big arenas and fill the stands with some spectators, which is really cool for our sport, because like I said, in the summer months it's more of a family and close-knit community, but yeah, you get the indoor stuff and pack the stands, and it's really cool to have a big crowd. And yeah, it's cool. We do like opening ceremonies and stuff where they kill all the lights and it gets pitch black and they bring out the spotlight, and yeah, do a couple wheelies, put on a show for the fans, get them fired up, and yeah, it's a really good time.
That sounds really fun. You said what better thing to do in the winter than to go out on the lake? I got a whole list of things that are better. I moved from Pennsylvania to North Carolina to get out of going out on the ice on the lake and everything like that. Tyler, it's absolutely fascinating to hear about this and to learn about this. And you said you've been doing it 20 years. I think you're 25 years old. Is this something you want to continue to do? Do you have some visions of some other things you'd like to try?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the next step, sprint car, midget car, I love it. We live right across the street from Angel Park Speedway for the most part, so midget racing is huge around us. But, I mean, we've been going at the quad stuff now for 20 years, like I said, and it's kind of to the point where it'd be kind of dumb to get out of it at the point we're at when you're kind of just in the air. I'm in my prime of it, so, we'll give it a few more years and see what happens. But, yeah, I mean, as long as we're racing something, I'm probably happy. I really don't know what to do with myself otherwise, I would imagine.
Oh, no doubt about that. As long as I'm racing something, that's for sure. This trade show is more automotive trade show. Is there anything that's adaptable, or are there some ideas that you could take from this trade show and maybe apply to your quad?
Oh, definitely a lot of ideas. Just walking through here, this is my first time being at the show, so getting to just see all the different companies and the products that they offer definitely gets your head spinning a little bit and thinking, man, like quad racing should be to this level, and it used to be at one point, and the side-by-side market I think is what kind of took over all the quad stuff. But I mean, like I said, you get into our racing, come to the track and look around, and it's a big deal. It's just not promoted out there very much. So like that's what I like doing with some of my video stuff that I do here and there, and just trying to get the sport out there into a different light so people can see it, and I mean, it's an awesome time, and I love doing it.
It is great. It really, truly is. So you live in this loud quad racing world. We're talking about hockey arenas and people screaming. I talked to you the other night, and your hobby is fishing. Is it a matter of is that a matter of the contrast of just getting away from the noise?
Yeah, probably. It's something I can go do by myself if I need to. Being gone a lot racing, you just got to figure out some stuff to do. Like especially throughout the winter. Like I plow snow. Like during the summer, I mow lawns and do the jobs that let me get off for races and stuff. And throughout the winter, it's kind of slow. We plow snow and stuff. So like I said with ice racing, what better thing to go do? Go out in the lake and drill a hole in the ice and try and pull some fish through it. So yeah, I mean that's just what everyone around us grows up doing, and I love it. Where we're at in Madison, we're on a chain of lakes. I mean there's 4 or 5 different lakes we can get to within 15 minutes from our house. So yeah, definitely quite the contrast. But I mean, hey, when you're hooked up to a fish, it's almost the same thing as racing.
Almost the same thing as racing. That is so cool. That is so cool. You're here as part of the Who's Your Heroes program. What has this been like over the last few days?
It's been pretty surreal. I mean, just being around all these other groups there's a lot of different disciplines of racing involved in the Hoosier thing, and that's been one of the coolest things, meeting all the other people that we've been kind of hanging out around the past couple of days and hearing their story and, where their background comes from. It's all been a really eye-opening experience, I suppose.
Eye-opening experience, and Indy's treating you all right as well?
Oh, yeah, Indy's been awesome. Just like the weather back home, so it fit right in that way, and, yeah, everything else has been awesome. Indy's sweet just because everything is race car central. So like, you get off the airplane and there's Indy cars in the airport and all that cool stuff. So yeah, we're loving it.
Indy is great, that is for sure. I caught up with these guys. They were out having a cold, frosty one last night, so I actually had a chance to do that. Tyler, it's been really cool to get to meet you. It's been really cool to learn about your sport a little bit. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
There we go, quad racer Tyler Allen joining us here at the Racing Electronics display. He's one of the Hoosier Heroes.